We are following breaking news tonight. The National Guard is seen patrolling the National Mall. Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us for DC News Now at 9. I'm Susan Tran.
And I'm Mark Hall. Chris Flanagan has the night off, and what a night it has certainly been. President Trump has also taken control of the D.C. Police Department. New video tonight showing the National Guard interacting with federal agents and people along the National Mall.
As well as the Secretary of the Army also out there talking to troops, you can see right here, and thanking them for their work. The increase of troops and federal officers also part of the president's plans to remove 2 more homeless encampments this week. We have team coverage for you tonight on DC News Now. Daniel Hamburg is there in Northwest talking to people who are living in tents.
But first, let's get straight to Ben Dennis on the National Mall. Ben, you tried to talk to the Secretary of the Army about where service members will be stationed. Did he have any answers, or did he answer any of your questions?
Short answer, no. However, it seemed with the short amount of time, a few hours that the Guard was here on the mall, they since left near the Washington Monument. It was just to make their presence known. No official sight of any law enforcement activity happening. 2 members of the Guard told me they were here on the behalf of the direction of the D.C. Police Department. And as you mentioned, I attempted to get answers from the Secretary of the Army about where they will actually try and fight violent crime. At the Washington Monument, members of the National Guard making their presence known after President Trump's latest push to fight violent crime. Secretary of the Army Daniel Driscoll happened to show up, thanking members of the Guard, and shared his hope they'll be able to help violent crime. With little information about where the Guard will go to fight crime, I asked the Secretary several questions. A lot of residents are looking for a little transparency here. No answers, including specifically where the Guard will hit violent crime hotspots. The National Mall, historically not one of them. Any details you could share about where the Guard's going to be deployed, where violent crime is actually happening in D.C.?
President Trump will not be deterred.
Earlier, White House Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt said 850 officers and agents were brought into D.C. overnight. 23 people were reportedly arrested, including for homicide, gun offenses, drug possession with intent to distribute, plus 6 illegal guns allegedly seized. A White House official tells me none of those arrests were made by the National Guard, saying they were not out on the streets last night, and the Guard is not conducting arrests at this time. After a meeting with U.S. Attorney General Pam Bondi, which she called productive, D.C. Mayor Muriel Bowser and Police Chief Pamela Smith insist MPD officers will work alongside federal partners.
What we've done at this point is we have provided the team, the administrator, with a strategic plan on how we will provide resources around our city. How we do business, how we fund the police, how we make changes, none of that has changed.
Again, it remains unknown exactly where throughout the district the National Guard will be deployed alongside with MPD officers. However, as you had just heard from that White House official, they had said that the National Guard does not plan to make arrests at this time once they are sent throughout the nation's capital. On the National Mall, Ben Dennis, back to you.